Most of what ruined my 20s didn't feel like mistakes. That's the dangerous part. They felt normal. Normal mornings, normal habits, normal exhaustion. At 23, I thought I had time. Time to figure things out. Time to fix my body, my focus, my life. Later. But life doesn't warn you when later quietly disappears. It doesn't collapse all at once. It leaks. Energy drains. Sleep thins. Small decisions repeat until they become your personality. And one day, without drama, without tragedy, you wake up older, realizing the problem was never what you did wrong. It was what you never questioned. At 43, I can trace nearly every regret back to simple things I ignored at 23. Not because I was careless, but because no one tells you these things matter. This video isn't motivation. It's a quiet warning. Because if you're in your 20s or even your 30s, some of what I'm about to say will feel obvious. That's how it starts, and that's why it works. Welcome to Mind Shift, where one idea quietly changes how you see everything. Let's explore the lessons life only teaches with time. Lesson 1. Let others pass easily. When I was younger, I walked like the world owed me space. Shoulders tense, eyes forward, always bracing for friction. Every hallway felt like a test. Then I learned something strange. When someone walks towards you, don't look at their face, don't stiffen, just focus on their nearest shoulder. Almost every time, they move. No conflict, no collision. And suddenly, I realized this wasn't about walking. Life is full of unnecessary resistance. Most conflicts aren't battles, they're misaligned directions. At 23, I pushed against people who weren't in my way. At 43, I understand this. Peace often comes not from strength, but from softening your focus. Lesson 2. Delay your first coffee. At 23, coffee felt like oxygen. Wake up, caffeine, force energy into existence. But the body already knows how to wake itself. It has a natural rhythm, a quiet system that works best when left alone. When you delay coffee even by an hour, you allow that system to rise naturally. And this taught me something deeper. When you constantly force momentum, you lose sensitivity to your own signals. You stop listening. I spent years overriding my body, and then wondered why it stopped cooperating. Not everything in life needs stimulation. Some things need patience. How often do you rush without knowing why? Lesson 3. Avoid mouth breathing. This sounds small, almost laughable, but it changed my sleep, my anxiety, my clarity. Mouth breathing tells the body something is wrong. Nose breathing tells it you are safe. At night, this difference matters more than people realize. And slowly, I understood something unsettling. The way you breathe is the way you live. Fast, shallow, reactive, or slow, deep, intentional. At 23, my body lived like it was constantly under threat. No wonder my mind never rested. You cannot think clearly when your nervous system believes you're in danger. Lesson 4. The 3-2-1 sleep rule. No food 3 hours before bed, no drinks 2 hours before, no screens 1 hour before. Boring advice, life-changing results. At 23, sleep was optional, something to trade for productivity or pleasure. But sleep is not rest, sleep is repair. It's when the brain clears waste, when emotions soften, when tomorrow becomes possible. Every bad night borrows from your future, and eventually the debt collects. I didn't burn out suddenly. I faded, quietly, gradually, without knowing why. This is where most people lose energy and never get it back. Lesson 5. Watch how people treat workers. At 23, I judged people by ambition, by confidence, by how impressive they sounded. Now I watch something else. How they treat waiters, drivers, cleaners, people who can't offer them anything. That's where character lives. Anyone can perform kindness when it's rewarded. Few show it when it costs nothing. This lesson saved me from bad friendships, toxic mentors, and relationships that would have quietly eroded me. Power reveals people. So does convenience. Lesson 6. Surround yourself with stronger people. At 23, I wanted to be impressive, to be the smartest in the room. But growth doesn't happen at the top. It happens in discomfort. in rooms where you struggled to keep up. When you train with stronger people, you fail more, but you grow faster. Being the best feels good. Being the weakest changes you. I wasted years protecting my ego. Learning would have been cheaper. Your life is shaped by who you tolerate. Lesson 7. Train with focus. Mindless effort produces shallow results. Focused effort transforms. When you lift with awareness, the body responds differently. The same is true for work, relationships, and habits. Attention multiplies outcome. At 23, I scattered my energy. At 43, I protected. Presence beats intensity every time. Lesson 8. Skip the mouthwash. Most mouthwash kills everything, good bacteria included. Balance matters more than force. And again, life echoed the lesson. Not every problem needs to be eliminated. Some need regulation, understanding. At 23, I tried to fix myself aggressively. At 43, I heal by listening. This is where things finally started changing for me. Lesson 9. Pay attention to relaxed ideas. Your best thoughts won't come when you chase them. They arrive in showers, on walks, in quiet movement. The mind opens when the body softens. That's why creativity disappears under pressure. I keep a notebook now, not to plan, but to catch thoughts before they vanish. Inspiration is shy, and once ignored, it doesn't return the same way. Lesson 10. Value your sleep. You will spend a third of your life asleep. That time shapes everything else. Mood, judgment, discipline. Most people try to fix their lives without fixing their sleep. It's like repairing walls while the foundation crumbles. At 23, I thought sleep was negotiable. At 43, I know it's sacred. Closing. The quiet regret. Life doesn't punish ignorance. It simply allows consequences to unfold. Most suffering isn't dramatic. It's accumulated, small neglects, repeated daily. If you're young, you don't need to change everything. Just question what feels normal. And if you're older, remember this. It's never too late to live gently, to breathe deeper, to sleep better. Wisdom doesn't shout, it whispers. And if you're quiet enough, it's been speaking to you all along. If these lessons stayed with you, that's not an accident. Sit with them and let them change how you live. If you found value here, like, share, and subscribe to MindShift. Remember, real change often starts quietly, one idea at a time.